little bit of some technical difficulties there. My bad. Started the wrong intro. How's everybody doing? Third and Teal. My name's Isaiah. We're on Thursday, as always. Trevor's getting real close to the camera, looking like Will Smith in the intro. You know what I'm talking about. You've all been there. What's what you got on your mind there, Trevor? What's going on?
Dun 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 dun.
You trying to keep people from seeing the surprise?
Hey, well, listen. It ain't a surprise no more. But I just got to say, listen, man. Argue with your motherfucking mama. We got the cleanest jam jerseys in the league again, bitch. Look at this shit. This shit fire as fuck. What? I argue with your motherfucking mama, man. This shit fire. Don't give a fuck, man. Fuck y'all jerseys. Y'all boring ass.
That's what I'm talking about. Get them hype about them jerseys there, Trevor. Get them hype, baby.
Hey, man, I've been waiting too long, but
get them hype. Yeah.
I
said you should have had some kind of beat behind it then when he was going. Oh, yeah. But you're right. They are sharp. I like them. Of course, I already have some for, that kind of telling on myself. But anyway, yes, I like them.
Yes,
I really do. Yeah, I just got to get some in the newer players now. Like Trevor and Trayvon and Joshua.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We rocking with it. I'm excited. I really think that the updates they made are really good. I think that they definitely hit it out of the park with these jerseys. I don't think they really could have done a much better job, in my opinion. There's nothing that they missed. They got every detail. The only thing I'm hoping for is some teal pants out of this. We will see. Kind of interested to see where this goes. I mean, there's no way that these jerseys have not almost immediately sold out, except for the fact that, of course, I'm sure they got a lot of them made. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see any way these jerseys have not absolutely flown off the shelves. I think that it's definitely going to be interesting kind of going forward, seeing how they handle this. Because I do think that there's going to be enough sales from this that they might seriously consider, and I think they might already be seriously considering bringing these back, kind of like the Bucks did, as like the retros, updating the logo a little bit and making them the new just primary jerseys. But I think it happens this year or next year, probably not. They might wait until like 26 or 27, but right before the stadium opens, the new one. Or they might do it right when the new stadium opens. They may do it because I think 27 technically would be 10 years from our jerseys, right? Because it was 2017 we debuted the new jerseys, and that's the year we went to the the AFC Championship. Because we got 1 year out of Josh in the old jersey. No.
17, we were in the old jersey still.
No, were we?
Yeah, well, yeah, because we didn't have.
No, we weren't.
No, I don't think we were actually.
No.
I don't know.
But we were. No. We were in 2017 because
because we had Bortles at QB and Miles Jack was in the old jersey.
It was 2018. It was 2018.
We got new jerseys after they saw we had promised to do some shit.
Yep.
He threw some money down and got us a whole new style.
Yeah, because you got to remember, Tom Coughlin came back, and that's when he said everything was going back to the old classic way. That's when they started wearing the old jerseys again. Yeah, because they changed the helmets also to the old.
Yeah, they went from the two tones to the single logo.
Right.
I like the new helmet too.
Simple. Yeah, the new old helmet, the black one.
Yeah, the new old helmet.
I also wish they did the sparkle.
They had people. I do wish they did the sparkle. That helmet was beautiful.
That black with the teal sparkle in it was nice.
Oh, that was beautiful, man. That was beautiful.
But Worm actually did some footwork for us today. Worm was at the Miller Electric Center this morning at the pro shop. That's how I'm Worm. Appreciate Worm. Shout out Worm. She got some videos or some pictures for us and stuff like that, vids or whatever. We're gonna go up on the channel shortly. But one thing she was able to do was not only talk to fucking Tony Baselli.
Calm down.
and see Andre Cisco.
Mm-hmm.
And be on Aaron Berkshire's Instagram page. she got to meet and talk with the news and stuff like that, and she also met a couple people that had camped there since the day before. Wow. There were people that got there at 9 o'clock last night to camp out and make sure they were in that line to get one.
All right.
So I guarantee you these are selling very well.
Very well. Yes.
Yeah, because Jacksonville was not fucking around with these jerseys, boy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about the people, like Duval itself, because we know they weren't fucking around. This shit's fire. This is fire. All right, I love this. All right, but the people weren't fucking around either. They was there to get them.
All right, well, Worm. Thank you, Worm. We
it's safe to say Worm is cooler than all of us. So
Worm is cooler than all of us. She got to see all the fucking legendary people.
Yeah. Well,
she goes, yeah, I got to see Tony Baselli. I was like, yeah. She's like, yeah. She was like, I know he's super important. I was like, yeah, he's like our only Hall of Famer.
What she said, he's super important.
Really ridiculous that he's the only Hall of Famer too, because I mean, Freddie T deserves to be in there.
Oh, Fred should have been in.
Mark Burnell's making a push this year, isn't he?
Is it?
I don't know. I don't think he should before. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. It's the Isaiah show. No, I mean, I don't know. Actually, he might.
I don't know, but I will say
he had an okay career.
Yeah, I was going to say he had a good career, but Freddie T should be in there.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Right. But you know, the longer it goes, sometimes the easier it is to forget them, especially when you get these new guys coming in.
That's like people saying like, "Oh, Edelman should be first ballot," and like, you know, I'm like, "Are you crazy, bro?" Like he was a good playoff receiver because nobody was covering him because they were all covering Gronk like triple covering him. Like he was a good playoff receiver. He's a good possession guy. He's not an all-timer in terms of, especially not stats. Like he's an all-timer because he had Tom Brady and he got checked down.
He's going to make the Hall of Fame because of the system.
Oh, absolutely. He's going to make the Hall of Fame because of Brady and because of Belichick. He's not going to make it because of his own merits. He's going to make it because when you think Julian Edelman, you think Super Bowls.
Yeah, because he won them. He did. And he was a Super Bowl MVP.
Yep.
Wow.
That's what it is.
Just that easy.
Okay. It happens that way.
Y'all just made me hate Tennessee even more because that means Fred could have been in 1999. God damn it. Anyway, go ahead.
You ain't bullshit. Fuck the Titans and fuck all y'all, man.
I ain't gonna go there yet. What else we got, Isaiah?
No,
we're gonna put the Worm out there, man. We're gonna have to put Worm on a payroll or something.
Yeah,
Worm be
putting Worm's on the ground, bro. Yeah, that's true. We got to get a payroll first. So you guys keep watching.
Get a payroll to put Worm on the payroll.
Hey, I probably should say this. Yeah, go ahead. Okay. No, go ahead.
You guys keep liking and subscribing. We're on the way. We're on the way, baby. We are on the way.
Do it.
Also, I want to shout something out real quick, and I didn't okay it with anybody, but like I don't think anybody would mind. No matter like what you like or you don't like, and this is a step away from football for a minute. Just pray for the country we're in. Pray for our home, because Lord knows that this country needs them. Like, we need them bad, all right? An assassination should never be the resort of political disagreement, ever. That should never come to that. So I pray for him, and even though I may not like either I may not like some of the things either one of them says, I my vote's not the point. The point is I wish good health on everybody. You know, no one should have to die because they believed in something. So I just wanted to say that. I mean, it may not matter to anybody that's watching, but if I have any platform, I'm gonna use it to say that.
Okay, you're gonna have to say that a little better because that didn't sound too good.
Look, political violence is never okay.
There you go.
Doesn't matter who you're voting for. Joe Biden has just come down with COVID, and I know he's having some issues with that. I hope him good health. And I hope that he comes back. You know, I think it's a terrible thing that we're having to see things like this happen. It's been a long time since this has happened in this country, and I think that it's a little ridiculous. This is what's coming down to. No matter your political affiliation, violence is never okay in or outside of politics. Wishing everybody good health. I know RFK, they've ordered the Secret Service to watch over him too. Security's been tightened on everybody, and I do hope we can get through the rest of this race without any violence and continue going forward to get better as a country.
Okay, yep. y'all have said that so eloquently and nice. I'm just gonna put stop the bullshit, people. Stop it. Okay. It's
Absolutely.
not. Stop it, okay? It's not that serious, okay? You will survive. No matter what happens, you will survive.
I will say that I saw a good joke, and I gotta say it because
I'm done with that now. Go ahead.
Okay.
It was. I bet that was the first day that a Democrat was happy to see an AR-15.
Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, can we get back to football?
Go Jags, baby. All right.
Yes, Gary, please. Oh,
so
man.
that helps me, Leo. I don't know. I'm just gonna since we're on our toes now, I'm gonna bring up the surprise topic of the day.
Just leave that right there.
Somebody asked Tony Wiggins, T-Wig. Shout out T-Wig, by the way, doing it for a long time, big name in the game. Somebody asked him on Twitter if Doug and Balky or just Doug is on the hot seat after this season. We have a bad season now. It's expected. Doug is gone. Do we replace him with Ryan Nielsen if he's everything he was cracked up to be? That quickly after one season, do we replace him with Ryan Nielsen? From all the reports of what we've heard about him.
Okay. I remember looking at this episode, and I don't remember what his answer was because I remember him mentioning this, and I said, "Oh, wow," you know. And then I thought about it. I'm like, "No, you don't.
Okay,
you don't.
No, interesting.
No, you don't. See, and I think that's where that has kind of sort of been the problem. You know, coaches need some time. Okay, you putting all these new pieces together, but they still need the time. Yes, you're signing the quarterback. You got Josh. You're getting the core together. But then what you're going to do is turn around after 2 consecutive winning seasons in Jacksonville, and he has another bad season, then you just gonna fire him and bring the new guy in? Why? That's a whole new system got to be learned now. So you basically handicapping yourself because you're not patient enough to see what the results of this is gonna, what it's gonna be.
Great example. That's Mike Tomlin.
Huh?
Great example. That's Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin's had nothing but mediocre seasons for the past, at least 7 years straight.
Yeah.
And he's always had winning seasons. Yeah. They've been mediocre and less than satisfactory, but they're not firing him because it comes down to multiple things. If you're still able to produce a winning season while you're actively still building your roster, you're doing something right, Mm-hmm. And then to think I guess that would really come down to me is what are we calling a bad season here? What is this bad season we're talking about, and what caused it? I can't see firing Doug Peterson next year due to the fact that 2 winning seasons back to back, and that's something that has not happened here in a very long time, and a division title. Okay, I can't see firing him. I can't see firing him yet.
And a playoff win.
But for the sake of conversation, and you did say it's not about whether we fire him, just in this scenario, he's fired. Who do we take? Personally, even if he's everything he's cracked up to be, I still don't know that we make him head coach.
No.
And I say that because we've seen what we can do when we have a badass defense, but it still never got us all the way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that that's where we go. I think we keep him as a coordinator if we can, keep him as coordinator and bring in an offensive mind, but an offensive mind with a new look on it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Peterson is an offensive guru, and when he's calling plays, we're on fucking fire. And that was both sides of the ball. It was complementary football. It went together very well. Our defense played off of the energy of the offense when the offense was actually moving. And now, towards the latter part of the year, you saw that go away. You saw our defense literally collapse to shit because it was obviously being managed terribly, but it showed its glaring weaknesses when there was no energy to play off of.
Mm-hmm.
There was nothing there, and that's when Taylor's calling plays, but allegedly.
Okay.
There is a big allegedly there.
Okay.
I don't think we're ever going to get the actual answer to that question of who really was calling plays. Because if we listen to reports, all of our comeback wins in 2022, Press Taylor called them. If we listen to Doug Peterson, Press Taylor was calling plays all last year. I think that there's a lot to unpack on that topic, and I don't think we're ever going to get a straight answer out of anybody. I don't know, and the answer we get might not be the answer we want. I just think it's kind of a catch-22 where there's a whole lot there to unpack, and we probably will never get to see the unpacking happen.
Well, yeah, we do. Shard has put it out there already. You know,
he said it without saying it.
Yeah,
but I mean, he said it without saying it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Doug Peterson's going to listen, because that's the whole reason he got allegedly booted out of the Eagles, is because he wouldn't listen, he wouldn't do what they wanted.
I kind of feel like.
But that's a different type of owner too in Philadelphia compared to the Shard.
No, Shard will fire his ass if he.
Well, I know Shard would fire.
If he pulls that shit again this year, and we have another disappointment of a year, I won't say necessarily a bad year, but we have another disappointing year after the moves we've made and the things we've done. It's almost apparent to me that we're taking the smartest win now approach that there is. You know what I mean? Typically, a win now comes along with huge amounts of cap money blown, and just like, fuck the future, we need a title now. You know, we seem to be doing a blend, and we're leaning more on the aggressive side for once, I think. So that being said, I think if we do have another disappointing year and he's dumping all this money in the stadium, he's just dumped a shitload of money to get guys here, and it comes down to that offense wasn't humming again, he'll fire his ass. He absolutely will.
So what I mean, okay, I understand that, but what would be a disappointing year, and what would be a season to where, without a doubt, Doug is gone?
If we miss the fucking playoffs again by having another 2 or 3 game skid, even his ass is gone. I guarantee you. Or not, maybe not him, but I guarantee you it'll come down to they'll chop Press Taylor, and if he puts up any argument, they'll go with him.
Yeah.
If you got anything to fucking say about it, you can fucking get your shit and get out right behind him. And that's essentially how I think it'll go.
Right.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, because you do have to take that. If they have just a major collapse, and don't even get to 9 wins this year, would that be one of those? He's got to go.
Yeah, absolutely. I think personally, for me, if we miss the fucking playoffs again, somebody's gone.
Okay.
Somebody's gone, whether it's Taylor or whether it's Peterson. But that's assuming that we missed due to offensive struggle.
Right. Okay?
But let's just say that we have the same problems that we had last year. We can't account for the defense because it's completely it's all been changed. Okay. So we can't answer anything on the defense right now. So let's just say that our offense has another year like it had last year, and it's pretty much disappointing. Even though Trevor was phenomenal before his injury, the play scheme was allowing him to take more damage than he needed to.
Right.
And not only that, but the scheme was also just it wasn't enough big plays. Like we weren't just putting people away.
It was just functional, and that was it.
Yeah, it was functional, and that was it. Yeah, but where you look at the year before, there was plenty of big plays with less power, with less firepower. So, you think about it, we've added even more firepower. We got stronger at the line. I mean, anything less than a playoff due to offensive struggle, we missed the playoffs again. Somebody's ass is out of there.
Okay.
I mean, I'd almost be willing to bet money on it because at this point, we've had 2 back-to-back barely winning seasons. We've had enough of that. It's time to go more. It's time to go for it. It's time to go for it.
I can't argue with that. That makes sense to me, Trevor. It really does. That makes sense.
And then also another thing would be, fuck the Texans because this is our division. We should have had the division last year. We should have. I mean, I'm just being real. Like
you're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct.
We should be a shoo-in for the division this year. It shouldn't even be close. Like we shouldn't even have this discussion, but we allowed this discussion.
Yes. We brought it on ourselves, didn't we?
Right. So if we do this again, if this is allowed to happen again, someone's ass has got to be gone.
Yeah. I can't argue with you on that one. Yeah. Uh-oh, he got the sign up. We got to come up with some kind of music for that when we put that up. I don't know. We got to come up with something. I don't have to figure it out.
Well, folks, welcome to Miss Me with That Bullshit. Go ahead, Eric. You got some bullshit?
Oh, hey, that question right there. That was Miss Me with That Bullshit. Doug is not going anywhere. I think he was a 5-year contract he got. I think Shaw at least give him them 5 years.
I will say I want to clarify before real quick. I'm not suggesting that by somebody being gone, it'd be Doug per se.
Right.
I think if Doug were to leave, in my opinion, if Doug were to be out of Jacksonville next year, it'd be because he tried to protect Press Taylor again.
Okay. I can see that.
If he ends up out of Jacksonville, I think that's exactly how it's going to happen. He's going to end up trying to protect Press Taylor from himself again, and he'll take the axe just like he did in Philadelphia. But I don't honestly. I'm gonna be honest with you. I doubt that Doug's gonna let that happen to him again, because you notice, if I'm not mistaken, Doug didn't have a job after Philadelphia until he got here.
Right. So, he took some time off, like himself, though.
Yeah, I mean, sure, he took some time off. He had offers, but like, what was that time? In that time, you mean to tell me like, ain't no way he wasn't thinking about how this happened, how he allowed it to happen? Because no way he wanted to leave Philadelphia. I mean, he won a fucking Super Bowl there the year before. Like, no way he wanted to leave. He felt confident he was building a title contending program. And honestly, they're still kind of piggybacking off of what he did build over there.
Yeah, because it was a shock that he was fired. I mean, I don't think anyone saw that actually coming.
No, and that's why everybody knows it was Press Taylor. It wasn't the job that Doug was doing. The team wasn't doing bad. It was just the offense was still struggling hard. And again, it's the same story, actually. I mean, it's literally the same. You got Carson Wentz over there, and fucking Carson Wentz is chopped up to be he's one of the better quarterbacks out of his draft class. He should throw the fucking air out of the football. And yet that offense still fucking struggled. You get fucking Press Taylor out of there, that offense hummed like a perfect run.
Press Taylor wasn't a play caller up there.
No, I'm saying I'm not Press Taylor, but his staff.
Yeah, he was just a staff member.
The staff surrounded him by him. You know what I mean?
He wanted Press Taylor to become the offensive coordinator, and then Howie Roseman. No, it's not Howie Roseman.
No, I don't remember the guy's name, but like
whoever the Eagles
for Press Taylor, they didn't want Press Taylor. The organization was against Press Taylor.
Yeah, right. And he didn't want to draft Hurts.
Yeah, right. And they didn't want him to be the coordinator, and Doug kept pushing the issue, and then eventually that got Doug's ass booted out because apparently Doug made enemies in this. He was basically, I'm going to die on this hill. And they were like, fuck it, we'll kill you on it. I mean, essentially, that's what happened.
Yeah.
So, you think about it. I don't see Doug letting that happen again, especially considering he's put a lot of work in here in Jacksonville.
Yes, exactly.
He's put a lot of work in here, and he didn't do it for nothing.
Yeah.
He didn't do it all for nothing. He's not going to throw it away again. But this time it would be a much more serious conversation about the Press Taylor deal. I do feel like another disappointing year from the offense overall. Shad Khan will make sure Press Taylor doesn't call a fucking play for us again.
So if that's the case, do you go and hire another offensive coordinator? Or you say, all right, Doug, this is it?
No, I'd definitely say, Doug, this is it. And the reason I say, Doug, I might hire a coordinator, but I wouldn't hire the coordinator with intentions of him calling the plays himself. He might be the coordinator to help me determine what play sets are good, like help me evaluate personnel and who to use where. But other than that, no, Doug, this is it. This is on you now because you're the one that wanted to ride the back of this coordinator for 3 disappointing years. At that point, it would be 3. You're the one that pushed the issue. We ride the back of this, whether people like him or not, disappointing coordinator. And now here we are again where, you know what? I'm not throwing the ball. I'm not gambling on nobody else. I'm not gambling right now. You need to show me that you're the coach that I need before I put another coordinator under you. Before I let you hire a coordinator, I need to know that you're still the guy. Because at that point, it's not a doubt to me that Doug can call the plays and make us a successful offense. We've seen it, but it's just, are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? I mean, simply, you just need to do it, because in my opinion, that's exactly why Shad Khan said it was on the faculty, the collapse last year, because he should have stepped in. Honest to God, he really should have. There are plenty of games where we were doing fucking poorly. We couldn't get any momentum going, and it was clear place. It was just a scheme issue. Running the ball up the gut, 1st and 10 every fucking drive, like you're literally throwing a play away every time.
Right.
And then you see ETN bounce out 40-yard runs on the outside. If you want to run on 1st down, run outside the numbers. How many fucking times does he got to show you that's where he shines? And as an offensive-minded coach, how many times do you have to watch us fail before you step in and do your job? When are you going to stop letting him stop defending him? Do your fucking job as the coach and win us football games. That's your fucking job. At the end of the day, that's your job. And if your coordinator, friend or not, no matter how much you like him, if he's not getting it done, do it yourself and get him the fuck out of there.
You know, and I think we've had this discussion before, and that's what I mentioned. When Press Taylor is calling them plays, Doug Peterson hears the plays in his headset. You know, so I'm with you. You know, if it's not a good one for that situation, I'm sure as the head coach, you can override, being that you know the playbook as well. But and then again, last year, you know, there were reports that, you know, Doug had to kind of look over the defense a little bit more than he really wanted to.
Yeah,
So,
and that I completely understand.
And maybe this year it frees him up a little bit more to pay more attention to what's being called out there, instead of having to, you know, stick my head in and see what the defense is doing, why we can't stop.
Well, let me ask you something, Eric.
Yeah.
You're talking about he has to stick his head in and check on the defense and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't have taken a specific directive for him to do that. That's your job as head coach also. That's your fucking job.
Right. Exactly.
But not only, and it shouldn't be an excuse for him to say, oh, I had to watch the defense more than I'd like, so I had to trust Press. Your job is to be watching both. That's why you're the head coach, not a specific coordinator.
See, you said it right there.
You're a head coach, not a coordinator.
Press. They've been together since Philly, so they have this trust. You know, well, apparently it's pretty strong. So he felt okay. That's my point there. A little bit and let me go and make sure this going on. But as we saw in middle of games, the offense just go completely stagnant.
Yeah,
you know, and you're like, what happened? You know, you start off the game hot, or at the end, last 3-4 minutes of the game, you get hot again. But in the middle, it just goes kaplunk, you know, just out of nowhere. So, yeah, I'm with you. He needs to get on it. So I can't say, yeah, Doug, miss me with that bullshit. It's on. But Isaiah, no, I don't think they would fire him this year, unless it's just a complete total debacle.
I just want to say that was never the question. The question was just if that happened.
If that happened. Well, you know,
would you consider Ryan Nielsen for it?
Well, no, we're not going to consider Ryan Nielsen. So especially if the defense is performing, because it has been shown, you know, a lot of times those guys that have those type of backgrounds, whether it's offensive or defensive or whichever one, sometimes they just don't make good head coaches, because they just don't have that focus for the whole team, and that's why they're good defensive, you know, certain parts of team coaches, because that's what they can focus on and that's what they know. No, I wouldn't. Although, as we've heard, if the defense goes out and plays balls out, I'm sure there's going to be some offers for him to be somebody else's head coach, or just like we did. So I think need to take a look at that part of it as well. So we may not even get that chance. But no, just to do that, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. Because then you kind of lose the trust of the players too, because they begin to think, well, you brought in for that, you know, that specifically that thing right there just to replace Doug. And you know, the players love Doug. So yeah, that wouldn't be a good look. And I think Shard, which he really doesn't have to, would have to have a lot of explaining to Lucy. So no, I don't think you would. I think you leave him right there, especially if he's built that defense and is performing at a high thing. No, you don't make him the head coach. Let him stay over there and do his craft right there. And you go and get, and another thing, stop going and getting these retread coaches. I think that would pisses me off a lot. Stop doing that. Go and find some new brain, new mind, new approach. Because a lot of times that is what the problem is as well. Go ahead, Trevor. I see you back.
New brain, new coach. That would be Nielsen, though, as a head coach.
Yeah, but as I said, do you really
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
But then again, he'd probably leave. You got to think he would probably want to leave if you're going to bring in a new coach with no head coaching experience and he's already on your staff.
Well, yes and no.
If he had a good year as coordinator, his defense did really well. You get rid of Doug, and then you say, well, I want a new mind in there as a head coach, like a new head coach's mind. And you bring some fresh coordinator that's never been a head coach in to be the head coach, he's going to be pissed. He's going to be fucking pissed. I mean, I did my job. I did my job exactly the way you asked, better than you asked, however it may have turned out. You wanted a fresh coach. I could be that.
Then I have to we would have to go and have lunch somewhere and say, okay, what you need? What you need? I got to pay you. Because I'm not going to let you go if you're doing that well.
Yeah. Well, and I can agree there. But before we take the banner down, Isaiah, we've got some shit to address. On TikTok, and by the way, shout out Curtis Podcast Network on TikTok. Go give it a like, give it a follow, whatever, okay?
Yeah.
There was a short posted from our channel on the page because it's the network. It's the whole network. There's shorts from all of the pages or all of our channels. It could be a shortcut for some of you guys when you're aimlessly scrolling on there on the pot. We know you do it. All right. This guy, his name is Mr. Ducks. All right. I'm gonna play you the short so you guys know what we're talking about and we can't get copyrighted. It's our shit. Okay.
Right.
So, how is it we've got some of the most elite players in their positions? We're not getting respect for it. How is it that the Texans get respect for the best wide receiver room in the league?
4.63.
4.63. Yeah, everything keeps on pulling up. That white ass motherfucker up there. Yeah.
Sorry, back mentioned Buffalo.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
285 and he's faster too. Josh Allen up north. Check over your shoulder. I bet he does, bro. I bet every time he sees Jacksonville on the schedule, he's like, fuck, not again.
No. All right. So that's the clip, right? TikTok user, Mr. Ducks. I'm going to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if you're actually watching because you're probably pretty hateful that you made yourself look dumb. All right. He commented and said,
welcome to the show.
Y'all ain't done shit since Brunell and Taylor were there, and that was fresh expansion. Okay. Keep in mind, no one asked why our team as a whole didn't get like contender respect or anything like that because we haven't done that. So we're not asking for that. The topic of discussion was why are our core position groups not being respected? Because the Texans haven't ever been a contender either. They don't get that respect, but they're getting regarded as the best wide receiver room in the nation. It's crazy. Okay. So I commented, I said, I mean, they never made a Super Bowl then, but they made the conference champ game. And we did do that again in 2017. So because he said that Brunell and Taylor did something. That was the last time we did something. Well, what they did, we also did again in 2017, just to point that out. I said, and a playoff push a year ago, way to show that you don't know anything. He responds, we call that a fluke, bud. I don't know anything. You ain't done shit. I said, call it what you will. Something is more than nothing. And he said, we don't keep track of almost. Then here comes my boy. Sounds like you don't keep track of anything, especially not football. Get fucked. And then I said, you're the one who said Brunell and Taylor did something. And if that's an almost, then that means we did something before. I said, also have to point out, you didn't even pay attention to what the fuck the video was talking about, you jackass. How about you watch the clip and listen to what was said before you open your cocksucker? It's just that simple. I mean, I don't understand why this is so hard. And then there's a couple more of you. They didn't actually respond, but I wouldn't either after this. They said maybe don't have one of the all-time worst collapses in the second half of the season. That'd be a great start. I said so injuries don't have effects, but either way, I don't even think that's what the clip said. Respect the players in their groups, and our D line would be a very good place to start. Because you'd have a hard time finding an all-around better D line than we have.
I agree.
I'm not saying that there isn't a better one, but I am saying we are at least top 5 when it comes to overall defensive line units.
Well,
we got it.
Yeah, I agree. Well, like I said, came on there? Tomorrow, rookies show up. Next week, veterans show up. Okay. All y'all out there doing all that, that jaw jacket.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's about to be real. This is about to be real.
You can miss us with that bullshit too, because you a dumbass. You definitely a dumbass. He said Josh Allen is 500 times better than Trevor Lawrence. Be for real. Nobody even was talking about Trevor Lawrence. You stupid bitch. Like, what are you talking about?
You should go read that Cordy guy's comment. My response.
Regurgitating that.
I didn't see that one. I just responded.
Man.
Oh, you just did?
Man.
You got it, Isaiah, because I can't.
He said, I didn't know Jacksonville had a football team. Good for you. I said, hope your boyfriend likes your buttery man paws. Go get a callus, you lame ass.
That's right. Get fucked.
All right. That's enough of that.
That's another installment of Miss Us With That Bullshit.
Bullshit. Yeah. I didn't have to have anything this week.
Hey, and thank you guys for 100 subs, though.
Yeah.
Thank you for real.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're growing so quickly for a channel that doesn't have inside connections.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sneak peek. Oh yeah, Eric. I don't know if you got to see the message or not. I know Isaiah knows. Or no, I just told Isaiah. I didn't even put it in the group chat. All right.
Yes.
You guys keep your eyes out because potentially next week I may have a member of the faculty of the Jacksonville Jaguars come on our show with us.
All right. Outstanding. See, that's why we be growing, man, because we be out there doing our hustle, getting our hustle on. But no matter where we are, we working, we networking.
Always.
Oh, yeah.
Always. And any of you guys that are going to be at the season ticket member only practice Friday, and I'm also going to be there Saturday. I'm going back to back. I want to catch as many people as I can. So Friday I will be there at the season ticket member only practice. Isaiah, do you know if you'll be there yet?
I can't go. Nah.
So Isaiah will not be there yet.
Yeah.
Right. But I will be there Friday and Saturday. I will be looking to interview and talk to as many of you are willing to put breath out. All right.
What are the dates on that again?
The 26th and the 27th
of August.
No,
of this month.
Next Friday.
Yeah, next Friday.
Yeah, no, I can't go.
Next Friday, Saturday.
That's right. We'll be in fucking preseason in August again.
Yeah. August.
Anyways,
August 5th is when we start preseason games.
Yeah.
Right?
I was born at night, and apparently it was last night.
I know the first game is the 1st of August, and then that's when it gets started the week after that. Yeah.
So he was talking about our first game.
Our first game is August 10th against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, the Hall of Fame game is the
first.
Yeah, the first. Yeah.
We'll see.
I still need to sell those tickets because I can't go to those games. So.
Yeah,
but I feel like there was we kind of covered everything actually. Yeah, I mean this might actually be a good place unless y'all got something else to talk about.
Hey, we always got something else to talk about. Hey,
that's true.
Trevor, when you go to the thing, you maybe should have some challenges for them. Let's see how show the people how smart our fans are. Have some questions for them.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, we'll do some trivia with you. I got
you. There you go.
Hey, y'all better start getting to know some Jaguar facts.
There you go.
I'm about to hit you with it.
Yeah. Who knows? Hey, if you get enough of them right, we may bring you on the show once or twice. We'll see.
Hey, and I know that the Kid Guru, that's what I'm going to call you. You'll know who I'm talking about. I know you watch the episodes. I reached out to your family to get you onto the show. Whenever you have time, just let them know that there's a message waiting for them because I know you and your father were very interested in coming on the show. I'd love to have you guys on. He's on our channel already. He was really close. Like he had some very well thought out ideas for how the draft was going to go, like predictions.
Okay. Cool beans, man. That's all right there. All right. Okay, we turning it back over to you now, Isaiah.
I mean, I think that's it.
Okay.
I really think that's it. I don't think we have too much else to talk about this week, kind of the slow portion of the off season. Of course, picking right back up next week.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow we won't be back until next week.
I was saying that song. Tomorrow. The Jacks are going to show up tomorrow for training camp. Okay.
Love
That's
that.
a good one right there.
What the hell? Something just popped up. I don't know what the hell that was. Anyways, so let's get the fuck out of here before my computer shuts down. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for coming on as always. There it is, baby.
All right.
Have a good one.